Hi, welcome back to our series about rafting in the former Soviet Union. I'm here with my friend Dr. Vladimir Gavrilov, and we're going to talk a little bit about a new river today. But before we do, it's a quick 2-minute introduction. The first 2 minutes will just show some footage from different rivers throughout the Soviet Union. And welcome, Vlad. How are you today? How are you today?
I'm fine. Hi, Zach.
All right. So, for those of you that don't know Vladimir, he has two PhDs that he earned when he was in the Soviet Union. Vladimir, what were the PhDs in?
Uh, yes, you have to remember that science degrees in the former Soviet Union or some European countries like Germany and United States are different. Uh, it's two levels of doctorate degrees. In Soviet Union, low level called candidate of science, and highest level called doctor of science. I have both of these degrees, yeah, but in United States, some people call me twice PhD. Yes.
And where did you study?
First degree was in solid state physics, second degree physics of insulators and dielectrics, and semiconductors, sorry.
Okay. And what kind of, when you were in the Soviet Union, what kind of stuff did you work on?
Um, Actually, our laboratory worked on effects of interaction of radiation with solid matrices, and that was subject of our interest. And all my colleagues, they work on the same area also.
Okay. And you came to the United States in 1993. And what did you do when you moved here?
Sorry?
When you moved here, what did you do from when you moved from the Soviet Union to the United States? What did you go on to do?
I moved to the United States after invitation of uh, rafting company. This company found me in Costa Rica during World Cup and rafting, and they offered me to come. And of course, I agreed because even salary of whitewater guide was much higher than my salary of senior researcher at in Latvia at Institute of Physics in Latvia, and I was happy to work here and learn some um, stuff about commercial rafting in the United States.
Cool. Well, Vlad, the video started on this river. What river are we going to visit today?
We're on very east of Soviet Union, little bit north of Soviet Navy base Vladivostok. Uh, you have to fly to this area. Right now, as I know, they have a pretty bad dirt road to this area, and you can reach it. I don't know how long time it will take. We use airplanes, famous Russian AN-2 biplane, and then we walked. We had to cross mountain range Sikhote Alin, the most eastern range on continental Russia. And it was probably the most memorable part of our trip, this hike with, again, pretty big load on our backs. But taiga here is amazing. It's very different than taiga in Siberia, more exotic plants, and it's great.
Is this Kamchatka?
No, Kamchatka, I would not call it continental Russia. Kamchatka is northeast of this area. We are very close to island Sakhalin, actually. Uh,
So you're close to the ocean.
Pretty close, yes.
Okay.
And salmon is coming to these rivers that run into ocean. Uh, it just, you know, amazing place for fishing.
Oh, yeah, you guys love your mushrooms.
Yeah, a lot of mushrooms. You even don't search for them. They're just along the trail.
I think in Vlad, those of us who never have like had to find their own food on a river trip would be really
Mhm.
scared of picking mushrooms because there's deadly mushrooms. Were you
Of
guys
course,
scared about that at all?
you have to know what you are picking up.
Yeah.
Uh, I understand your concern, and it's, of course, our concern too. But we know several kinds of mushrooms that are absolutely safe to eat, and we pick up only these mushrooms.
Like, how do you learn that? Are there books about it? Were there books about it in your club, or
It's
just you learn from
books
friends?
and experience because uh, collecting mushroom in fall. It's one of favorite uh, things among Russians. Uh, they go with entire family and pick up mushrooms everywhere and they cook them or uh, make uh, them marinated. Yeah,
Okay,
like
Vlad, this river looks awesome.
this is Kema River, uh, pretty narrow, not a big river, but with beautiful rock formations, uh, steep drop in the rapids. It's
Yeah, this looks
uh,
really fun. How far was the hike in? We kind of skipped by the hike, but how far did you guys hike in?
we did it 3 days,
Wow.
2.5 days. It was not very difficult, but still, you remember, 100 pounds on your
Yeah,
back. Any trail would be challenging.
no kidding.
Yeah, and I invited a bunch of my friends from my laboratory, even they did not have a rafting experience. They thought uh, it would be similar to commercial trip when we have deal with inexperienced people. But it was great because we're all of us were very close friends,
Yeah.
and it was a couple people from Kharkov group with which I did uh, trips before. Uh,
So there's people, there's like rafting groups and hiking groups in Latvia, and you would meet people in the hiking group and invite them on a trip like this.
no, it's not from hiking group. That's my
Okay.
colleagues from my laboratory
Okay.
with
Okay.
whom I am working,
Yeah.
was working.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
And how many days is the rafting trip here?
It is not long river. We did approximately maybe 7 to 10 days. Uh, don't remember exactly. Kema is the most popular river on Far East, and people from Khabarovsk, a big city on Far East, Vladivostok, among them, this is the most popular river. It is class 3 with some class 4 rapids in at normal water. Of course, if you have flood, you can get class 5 stuff there.
Yeah, this looks really cool. It looks harder than class 3 to me. This rapid looks really cool.
Water is not very pushy.
Yeah.
You can see even this group of inexperienced people, they can handle it.
Wait, so those people in the video right now are inexperienced?
No, as whitewater people, they're not experienced.
Yeah. They look good to me. Wow, that's a cool shot, Vlad. I noticed that one of the guy's paddles had something on it. Is that like a floaty so that if he loses the paddle, it floats?
Yes, yes, uh, because we had metal blade, aluminum blade, but you don't want to lose it. Therefore, we had some flotation on pedals.
Yeah. Yeah, this trip looks really cool. So, when you said it was about 7 days, is that 3 days of hiking and 4 days on the water?
So it's without hiking.
So
And
3 days of hiking and seven.
actually, we wanted to relax. Weather was great, no rains, no too hot, no too cold. Therefore, we intentionally run this river on very moderate pace.
Mhm. Yeah, this one looks cool. So you said right now you think there might be a road to the put-in?
Right now, there is a road upstream of the river. It
Hmm.
is very bad dirt road, uh, and honestly, I don't know how intense traffic there. Mostly, I think it's timber trucks that goes upstream,
Okay.
uh, and you have to find a driver who will be agree to take you, and it is not a bus. Therefore, you have to understand that if you have big group, you have
Yeah.
some problems. Still, I think it's possible to fly there because airfields are still there. Uh,
Vlad, is that the
but
Pacific Ocean?
it is, yes,
Wow, that's really cool.
it is inner sea, actually.
It's pretty unique to do a rafting trip or a river trip and then end at the ocean.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny, it is 1987, and I did not have any idea that in 6 years I will be on the other side of
Yeah.
ocean when I swam here.
And that's probably so far from Latvia, right? Like the distance to
Oh,
get from
it is
Latvia to that river.
opposite side of entire country,
Yeah.
practically eight time zones.
I bet that I don't, the distance from Latvia to that river is probably the same as that river.
Latvia to Kamchatka, it's 9 hours difference.
And how,
Uh, to Vladivostok, probably it's 8 hours.
what, it's probably the same distance from that river to Sacramento.
Like to Latvia, yeah.
Yeah. Like you're
E-
probably,
Even,
that
even,
river's probably halfway between.
even shorter. I think it will be about six times
Yeah.
difference between Sacramento and Vladivostok. Uh, yeah.
It's easier for you to visit that river now than it was then.
If we would have flights, yes.
Yeah.
I thought about this to fly to Vladivostok and do trips there,
Uh-huh.
or Kamchatka Peninsula, of course.
So to do that river now, do you think you could fly to the put-in on an airplane or it would have to be a helicopter?
I'm pretty sure that it is possible to do a charter flight. It will take about 2 hours, probably 2.5 hours from Vladivostok. AN2, this biplane. It would not be too expensive. Helicopter, of course, expensive, but you don't need helicopter unless you want to land exactly on the river shore. Uh, and two can take up to 12 people.
Wow. Well, cool. Thanks, Vlad. Thanks for joining and doing this again. I look forward to doing the next one.
Okay, great.